like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside my partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at these LA Chargers, champions of the AFC, making just their second Super Bowl appearance. You remember they were blown out by the 49ers back in Super Bowl 29, but remember that was a much different team than this one.
And think about this team. If they can accomplish what they're setting out to do in this ball game, win a Super Bowl, they would enter their new building as the Super Bowl champions. This team has been around a while. It's moved a little bit, but here they are with a chance to take a Lombardi Trophy into their new facility. And think about them in the old days in the AFL and how great they were. They'd like to reclaim that glory as the champions of all of football.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and they are back looking for number 2 just 24 short months later.
Didn't take long, did it? Made it back to the big game, and let's be honest, we're never going to forget that first Super Bowl title. That win over the New England Patriots, the big plays that came out of that, Nick Foles playing quarterback and flinging it all over the place. The Phillies special has turned into a statue outside of their home stadium, the Link. It's absolutely unforgettable.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on first down, Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, if those at home were wondering if we were going to see some offense in this Super Bowl, I think your answer was right there. Incomplete, but they take a big shot early.
Like the script, if they get the big play early, so much the better. But if nothing else, they send a message. They're going to be aggressive in this game.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
Yeah, from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll throw with Taylor. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and 1, it's Taylor. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Push him back.
Now it's Taylor. On the screen, this is Eckler. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Tighten up.
Now Taylor to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
36. Check 15. Check 15. Show it up. Show it up.
They run with Howard. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Check 43.
Now Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Waiting.
On first down, they run with Howard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. 6 guys.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Melvin Ingram in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
46 down, man. 5-4.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. 180.
I got shoot this side.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Melvin Ingram. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check 13. Check 13. Go. 6. Mike, 56. Right there.
From the 39, Taylor. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Allen, the intended receiver.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on first and 10.
74.
Throwing is Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This time Taylor will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, one. 53. 53. Check 53.
They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo. Hey, Delta. Check 52, come on. Check 52, come on. Here we go, here we go. 5-2, come on.
Now Wentz. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Taylor. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Final play of the half, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before break. Taylor looking deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never-tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. The Charger drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. To throw is Taylor. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action, now Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Pretty sizable gain of 8 that time on the keeper, but now it's 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, 29 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Wisconsin's take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a first and 10. Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go!
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a first and 10. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, what an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball They like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Open man is Cantrell. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Taylor to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Complete. It's Henry. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now left side on the swing pass. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. It's a foot race. The 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Set, ready. 18 data, 18 data. Check back. Play 56.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
81.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. That's caught by Howard. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Joey Bosa able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Taken in at the 11. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Howard. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Here we go. 120!
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go.
Here we go. Back. 180! Twist!
The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. You look back at all the blood of week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say
in rare the Lombardi Trophy, they didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.